Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the second part here of episode 4 of 316. John, take it away.
Yeah. All right. So we cut back in. I think the opening shot here is Dr. Hall. Basically, she's at like the end of the corridor, going the other way towards the bridge, and she's standing there as the door's about to cycle closed on the ladder, and she's got her like medical first aid kit around her, with the extra supply of immunization shots in it, and she kind of like looks back over her shoulder at the three of you and like gives you a nod that says kind of like thanks for saving me and also goodbye. And the door closes, and you guys are left in the hallway at the T intersection with the red lights on, and we pan over and see Pasternak with this like crazy it's like a really big kind of vacuum cleaner looking thing. It has this big nozzle thing on the bottom that's meant to be stuck on the ground or something, or a wall or whatever. And then this sort of cylindrical middle body, a carrying rig on the top of it, and then interfaces that can like plug into a trooper helmet or a comm pad or whatever to get the readouts of the thing. So maybe you've got it plugged into your helmet or whatever. It's up to you. But
where are we in the ship? Are we like?
You're right by the Delta section. So basically, here I'll show you on the ship diagram just for fun. So let me change my color because that's not going to be super visible. We started here in the hangar, which is like right where the tactical deployment force line is, showing that pretty much that front third of the ship is various vehicles, orbital drop pods, and the orbital bombardment weaponry and that kind of stuff. The Delta lab is basically here, like right amidships, more or less, beneath the column where that leads to the bridge. The 316, like a lot of bad science fiction ship designers, puts their bridge like out on top, exposed on the ship for some dumb reason.
Because they wanted to get blown off? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why, but that's what they do.
That's how ships at sea would work, right? It's
exactly, yeah, you clearly need that space. I mean, like a decoy bridge up there. Yeah, maybe now we're talking. But the engine section is aft back here, and then between where you are now and the engineering is the like crew quarters, the mess halls, the actually training and recruitment section is there. Pretty much most of the living quarters of the ship are between here and the engine section. I mean, you're not necessarily going to the engines anymore. That was an old plan, but yeah. So if you went straight down, all that stuff that's hanging off the ship is like sensors and space to space weaponry below you. Aft is living quarters. 4 is mostly hangar space and orbital weaponry and that kind of stuff. What do you want to do?
I believe you mentioned that we kind of want to go to like a couple of different locations in order to use that scanning device to triangulate the position of the whatever majig that we need, right?
Well, I'm gonna tip it over on its side, and since we're kind of in the middle, I'm gonna slam it up against a wall and try to get like down the ship towards the engine, and then flip it to the other wall and down the ship towards the bow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, nice, smart.
Yeah, I'll escort you.
Science Private Pasternak. Look at you go.
I know, right?
Love it.
Yeah, when you get it up, it's heavy. You're able to sort of manhandle it, get your hip under it, and like lever it up. But the front is magnetic, and it gloms onto the wall, dong, and it echoes through the ship. You hear a dull like thump sound go not because you attach the thing, but just it's coincidental. Actually, that'd be funny in the movie if you like attach the thing and the whole ship kind of goes at the same moment. Clearly, it's like an impact. You've never experienced this. Your vessel's never been under fire, but you can not really feel the vibration, but you can hear the chassis, the bulkheads and the superstructure of the ship, like being hit by or exploding or something in the distance. The deck cants slightly over the artificial gravity, like just for a second has to adjust, and then you like get your equilibrium again.
Is now the time when we have to walk without rhythm?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
That's the next planet. That's the next.
Okay.
I should roll an FA to see if I can get a picture.
Yeah, roll an FA. See how well you can read the device. 3. Okay, pretty good. Not the greatest, but a success. So you get the thing dialed in, and sends this sort of narrow beam, supposedly high resolution, back through the ship, and you must have it like turned all the way up or something. It just like goes out the back. Basically, you get the whole section from like this deck just all the way back, and you can see right here. You can just kind of mark it.
Right where?
So you guys are like there, where that red dot is, and then there's various little readings in the sort of crew area, and then where is it? It's about here. You get a nice big blob right there.
Oh God.
Yeah.
That's a big blob.
Yeah.
SAR
Is
LT.
random
Really
question.
Big blob.
Random question. Is that also around the same spot where is it Novak? No. What's his name?
Stokes?
Stokes. Yeah, Stokes. Is that where Stokes was assembling forces?
Yeah, he told Lucille he was going to the training section to like grab every person he could.
Yeah. And this is that would be around where roughly the training section is.
That's roughly where it is. Yep.
So okay, cool. So I'd probably say that, right? I'm like, hold on. Are you sure that thing's working there, Trooper? Because that's the training section. And
yeah, Trooper, I am.
Look, I don't know how this fancy shit works. All I know how to do is point this thing towards an enemy. So
Yeah,
don't get
right,
fucking
Trooper,
smart with
you
me.
do.
Trooper.
All right. That's probably,
Sorry, go ahead, Srosh. Sorry, go ahead.
I said that's probably where we're going to have to be headed. We know for a fact that wasn't Stokes that was talking to Chief. So there's a good chance that exactly what we need to vaporize with that E-cannon of yours is standing exactly right there. But before we go, turn that thing around and scan the front, Pasternak.
Wait, what's back in the lab then? If that's Stokes? What the fuck are we leaving him in there? We have to go and let him out. What are we doing? No. We have to go let him out.
Do you want to carry a half-dead, jailed body that can't fight in the middle of a combat zone?
Why can't he fight? Was he in no position to fight in that healing tank?
He looked dead or unconscious, but you don't know. You're not doctor.
Was he like? Did he look wounded? Like did he look emaciated? Like, you know what I mean? Like, does he? Oh, okay. Never mind. Never mind. Then.
Yeah.
If it didn't look like he was in any condition to fight, I
No,
would say like
he looked fine. He just wasn't moving. He didn't look hurt or anything.
Did the doctor check him out at all?
No.
Right.
Yeah, we couldn't get in, right? Like the door was sealed somehow, and it was going to be a hassle. So
There was wreckage in the way, but you could see into the room.
I mean, at the very least, like, sure as rain, that Stokes would know more about what the hell's going on than we do.
Stokes is
Right?
Delta. We're the ground
Yeah.
founders.
Yeah, and this kind of spooky shit is what Delta does. Why don't we ask them?
Because the last time we asked them, they called in 40 suits, and we had to fight for our lives. Let me do the thinking here, Goodman. Pasternak, thank you.
I successfully got it. Are there anything towards the bow?
Nice. Yeah. Let me get my tool back here. So it would be, where would it be? Right about here. There are a few concentrations. Not nearly as large, but that's like, what do you get, a 3? That's somewhere near the, it's either like around the hangar section or the repair and maintenance bays for the dropships. Maybe it's like roughly in that area.
Okay. So I tell Young, yeah, looks like the big concentration's back at the training area.
I think we're going to go for the big ones, and then we're going to do a sweep and clear. I don't want a single one of these assholes remaining on the ship when we're done.
Roger.
All right, Lieutenant's making the call. You're moving out.
Lock and load, boys.
All right. All right, so it's clear I have Elric out and not the flame cannon. All right.
Okay, good old Elric. Now, just so you know, Eric, like the ship corridors are close by default. So, now if you know, winning dominance means you get to be where you want. But if you don't win the dominance test, you're going to be at close by default. Up to you.
You're right. And actually, you know what? I can answer this question. When you're saying, all right, let's get ready to move out. Sarge, am I going in the front? Or LT? Would I be in the front?
Do you want to be in the front, Goodman?
I feel like you would be the one. Are you asking me that in character? Or is that because I feel like you would order me around right now and like you would tell me where to go, right?
I am supposed to enforce discipline, but you're asking me for orders, and you are a trained killer that is the best murderer I have on squad.
I'd be up front.
If you're volunteering to flamethrower, I'm not going to say no.
Not according
I would assume. Okay, fine. Yeah, I would assume I would be up front because like that's what I do best, and I would be point. So okay, great. Then I go up front with the flame cannon. Then cool. Thank you. That's so. Forget that I have Elric out. I have a flame cannon, and I'm up front. Okay, right. Doing what I do best.
That's an interesting moment, right? In the movie, we just went from dressing down, and the lieutenant's like, "You took away kills from the future of the brigade," which was awesome. To like, you actually like ask the lieutenant what to do, and then you obey the order. Like, so things are like kind of falling back into place. It seems. That's good. Okay, so then. Do you want to take this heavy like scanner thing with you, or are you good? You just want to move out without it?
Is there a dolly or a sort of anti-grav sled or something? I don't know. I mean, is there like some way to carry this thing that isn't like falling around like a trash?
Carrying it.
Yeah, you would have to like it's gonna count as like using a weapon. You have to like change weapons to your gun. If you're carrying this thing and a fight starts.
It's like an unwieldy minesweeper.
That's not my call.
We're gonna take
killing aliens, but I don't know.
We're gonna take a couple of minutes to secure it so that it doesn't go flying around and get smashed during high G maneuvers, and we'll just note on our internal ship schematic where we left it and take off.
Okay.
I'm also taking a read of the locations of the aliens or the concentrations of where it's at.
Yeah, you got decent successes there, so you're like within a deck or so, you pretty much know where to go. It wasn't the clearest reading ever, but whatever. There's probably some, bit of manipulation you have to do to the device, but close enough.
Works for me.
Okay, so we get a quick montage of you guys sweeping through ship corridors with the flame trooper up front.
Real quick.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I feel like there might be a point in character where like we're like getting ready to move out and doing that kind of stuff, and we're going through those hallways, and I think Goodman's going to talk real quick to Pasternak and Young and go, right. So what we know is that these aliens aren't fond of talking. So actual troopers would speak, but should we be saying something? Am I shooting first, asking questions later? What's the plan here?
ROE.
Yeah.
ROI something else.
Turn on investment.
Yeah, come on, real simple.
Well, I mean, technically, it's the same
it
here
is.
for kills. But right.
Look, Goodman. Whatever it was that they used to be able to do, it's pretty clear they're evolving. One doesn't call Chief and tell her to move her vehicles if they can't talk. So what we got to do is just give a call out. If people show their faces and we see that they're not covered in the graphene dust, they got none of the marks, they don't happen to have a giant squiddly tentacles, maybe we talk to them. But you go with caution first. But if they're charging at us or if we're in danger,
Right.
pull the trigger.
Yes, sir.
Can I have tried to do something of so the dock had those injectors, right?
Yeah.
Are there any more of those that we maybe if we run into some people who haven't been immunized yet, or we find some people, could we have grabbed some as well?
Let's see how many there were. If you wanted them all for the bridge crew or what. I'll do an NFA test for the doctor to see how she can like ration them out. She had an 8 NFA as I recall. Yeah. She can spare one.
Okay.
So you have 1 dose of the immunization drug, which yeah, you have 1. Okay, I'm not going to say any more about that. You have one like a hypo injector filled with the fluid.
Okay.
You don't have to do the arm thing. It's like a portable doctor version.
The EpiPen version.
Yeah. Okay. Eric, you are in front. So it's a quick montage, and we get to you guys coming to a sealed hatchway that's like between sections. You've been in like the sort of R&D science Delta section, and you're transitioning. It's to the like habitation, section where your bunks and stuff are back here, and the mess halls and the training, and so between the sections there's a larger passageway, like a double wide door for ease of moving people between sections, and also the bulkheads here are like they're actual ship sections. You can jettison a part of the vessel or whatever if you needed to. So it has like more reinforcement and like a serious hull.
Mm-hmm.
Here you're getting to the door, and it's sealed and shut, and you got to go up and like punch in your ident code. You've done this before.
Yeah. I put in my identity code.
Test NFA, please.
Nope.
Okay. So there's something a little wrong. Lieutenant. You can test your NFA here as well as this thing is happening because of what Goodman is doing, but I'm going to give you the chance to see it. Right.
Yeah. So I probably call him over. Like, I don't know. I typed in my numbers like we normally do.
Yeah. You're like punch it in, and you hit OK, and
PC load letter.
Yeah. Over his shoulder, Lieutenant, you see like this red screen comes up to confirm, and Goodman's just like, yeah. I put it in. Like he doesn't say anything, but he's like tap, punch, and then it goes like bright red, and he goes click and hits confirm, and the door explosive bolts fire on the door, and the thing punches out, and the void of space is behind it for a moment. That's the first thing you see. The room decompresses. Your armor is all fucked up. Everyone make NFA tests.
Nope.
Oh, so Sarge, you already succeeded at yours, Sarge.
Oh, okay.
You're good.
I fail.
I'm going to give you a choice here. And Pasternak, you succeed?
I do.
Okay, so you are able to manually get your vacuum seal on your piecemeal armor. It doesn't automatically work.
Mm-hmm.
So Pasternak, you like hit the switches, or I think you like manually like seal the helmet shut or whatever. Lieutenant, you succeeded at the moment of of Goodman opening the door. So you can choose what to do here. You're definitely going to be able to seal your own suit. You can try to help Goodman with their seal, which obviously he's fumbling with and not successfully closing. Or you can definitely secure yourself, like, click on to the emergency restraint bar on the wall. So you're not going to go anywhere. Whereas the two of them are like free floating for a moment, as the gravity systems go haywire.
No, I'll risk it. I think I'm gonna help save Goodman here.
Okay.
God. So I'm like slowly floating off into space with no suit right now.
It's just one
protection.
atmosphere. It's not like in the movies like decompression is like insane. We'll be slightly realistic that it is just one atmosphere, so it kind of just like shoves you off your feet a little bit.
Yeah. As
the pressure changes, and you are technically like drifting forward, and you can hear this like inside. Oh god, that was probably super loud. This horrible hissing coming out of your suit. You can test an FA, Strash, if you want to lunge forward and seal the breach. Oop. Nice. It's the worst success. So I'm going to say that you get a hold of Goodman. The two of you drift out past the deck, as you like seal part of it, and then his elbow joint is wrong, and you're like, and you've got to wrestle. So the two of you are kind of like tumbling slightly, and you've passed over that point where you can touch the deck with your feet. You're like drifting forward. And what you see, and Pasternak, you as well, if you want to, you have the chance to like secure yourself to a bar. But what you see is the the lower hull of the Euphrates has been blown apart, and you can see up through several decks, and then what is normally the top of the vessel is still intact. The planet like orientation is different. It's like the ship rolled. Maybe that was when they were doing their high G maneuvers. They rolled to take a hit on the belly, it seems. So that lower section of the ship where a lot of the sensors and comm systems and the ship-to-ship weaponry, some of that stuff has just been utterly destroyed. And there's a debris field of bits and stuff streamed back aft. But ahead of you, just where you're floating, there's probably about a 20-meter gap with the deck has been blown away, sheared off through multiple levels, like a cross section of a building, kind of. But if you keep floating the way you're floating, you'll eventually like pass over into the aft section of the ship. And there are trooper bodies. There's frozen sheets of blood floating in space here. There's other fluids that have been released by the ship. It's just this horrible kind of debris cloud, and the two of you are going to somewhat gently kind of pass through it as you float backwards aft.
Mm.
What do you do?
Yeah, we're not in a good spot. It's not great.
Not the best.
Not the best.
Is there a door or a landing spot that I can see a passageway further into the aft section somewhere ahead?
Yeah, it looks to you like you sort of recognize, right? This is the it's the forward, what would they call it? It's the forward muster point for the troop section. Like when you do ship drills, everyone when you're doing like evacuation drills and stuff, you put on your armor with this special EVA pack or whatever that they sometimes let you use for training. And this is where everybody musters for when you do the drill for what if they jettison this part of the ship, what do we do? So that's basically the section, and then what you're floating beyond into is pretty much familiar territory. It's the mess, and then the hexagonal squad pods and stuff that you guys live in, and above and behind that is where the training section is.
Cool. So I think this is just going to be one of those moments when I'm looking for a spot to land that's going to give us a path further in, right?
Yeah.
And I think I'm just going to look at Goodman, and I'm going to pull out the little clip things that we use. I assume we have like belt clips and stuff so that we can attach to each other and like during drops or high G maneuvers or whatever it is that we have, right?
Sure. Yeah.
Because we don't have the EVA packs, right? Like we don't have the jets on us.
No.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clip onto Goodman,
Like carabiner style thing,
Yeah,
right?
carabiner
Yeah,
style,
totally,
exactly.
totally.
and I'm going to be like, all right, here's the deal. I'm going to be the anchor. You're going to, and I'm going to swing you around. So you're going to kick me out when we're passing that wall.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to latch onto it, and then you're going to swing around and into the position. I need you to find something.
I
to
watched this
do
episode of The
off.
Expanse. I know what to do. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So I'm going to attempt to create an anchor point using my shiny new power claw.
Right.
And just basically like cut into a wall until I have enough of a grip to anchor us, and then we'll do the. I'm talking through some zero G maneuvers. Is that cool?
That is cool. What are you doing, Pasternak?
So I'm on the way other side of this thing, right?
Yeah, you're
Where I'm
well.
on-
I was thinking about using my flame cannon to propel us, but that's fine.
You're like you're on the near side. They're floating towards the far side, but they're kind of off course, which is why
All
Lieutenant's
right.
doing what you're doing. And your feet have just sort of left the deck, and
But I was able to grab a wall, right?
If you want to, yeah, you can grab onto one of those bars. They're right there.
Yeah, I'll grab onto one of the bars. So are we on the side of the door where the EVA packs would be?
There are some somewhere in this section. Yes.
All right, then I'm going to go look for that, or barring that, a fire extinguisher.
You've done the drills, like you know where you're supposed to go to get the stuff. Like there's also escape pods and that kind of stuff on the ship, but I think an NFA test, like you did this in basic more or less.
Okay.
That's the last time you got to use an EVA pack.
Succeeded with
The
the best.
6, nice, better than average success even. Yeah, so I think we just see you like hand over hand back towards these. There's all these like tiny little seams on the wall for various access panels to the electronics or to ship systems of various sorts. And you find a white one that's got red stripes across it, and it has a little low icon in the bottom corner of like a trooper wearing a thing flying to make it kind of trooper proof. And we see you punch that open, and it slides up, and you start getting it out, and get your EVA pack on. Meanwhile, let's see what happens. So, Lieutenant, I'm going to keep calling you Sarge, probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're testing NFA to do some zero G acrobatics here.
I am. We ready for this?
Yep.
By the way, your flamethrower stratagem was brilliant. I just don't trust your NFA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I'm good. I rolled a 4.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, nice. Cool.
Nice.
Okay. So it works. You power claw and adjust, and then as you're spinning around, you guys see Pasternak like adjusting the pack and like navigating towards you. I assume you're going to follow them, right?
Yeah.
So all of you arrive basically at the same time. Goodman and Young, you guys pass through the debris cloud into this wrecked portion of the deck. The bulkhead doors have automatically sealed because of the vacuum, and you kind of like not fully crash. It was a 4 on the NFA, so you kind of bump into the far wall and grab on to the bar there as Pasternak glides beautifully behind you with the VA pack. Mm-hmm. And you bump into there are a few troopers as you come through the debris cloud. You see you got Goodman and Young don't have as much of a choice. I guess you kind of do, Pasternak. There are several trooper, in their armor and everything, like connected to the retention bars, like they clipped in during maneuvers or something. There's several of them. This is a larger space, the sort of muster area. There's several of them clipped in, like floating unconscious, or you don't know exactly as you're approaching. Let's test for dominance. What do you say?
I think I'm good. Let's throw some bones.
Yeah, I'm not rolling here. I know how good my luck's been, so.
Pasternak, you with me or what?
Yeah, I already did it.
2 successes.
Top.
Not
Oh,
nearly
yeah.
as well as you did.
But I'm locking down that 8.
I can't even beat that. I did succeed. So highest success is a PC. You get to choose the range. So here, what happens is, as you come through the debris cloud, you're approaching a set of like 6 of these trooper armors that are attached to the thing and kind of halfway floating. The helmets start to turn and track you, and you notice it out of the corner of your eye, like the ones on the other side of the room also like kind of raise up and turn like that. Some of them raise their arms. They're not holding weapons, but it's as if they are pointing their gauntleted hands at you. What range do you want to start at, and what does that look like when you get the team where you want them?
I'm good to go
Cool.
for close. So technically we're like strapped together, so I don't know how we could be different ranges.
We are not going to be close.
All right.
Can you fire
I'm
even?
ineffective at anything but close. I have a flame cannon.
Can it hit
You
near?
can always switch your gun.
No.
I think
I can NFA to switch my gun, but
I know you can't. You can't. Actually
I can't
shoot
NFA.
near.
All I can do is the thing that's in my hands, and roll.
Flame gun, the flame gun still works at near. Yeah, it does.
Oh, it does. Oh,
Yeah.
sweet, cool.
It
I
only
thought it
does
was.
one.
Oh, just
It'll-
one.
You will not get the massive amount of kills.
Yeah,
but
but
you
it's
get rid of a
still
token.
yeah.
Never mind.
Just-
Yeah, we can start it close then. I'm cool with that.
Let's start it near. I think is
Or
good,
near.
right?
That's what I meant to say. Yeah.
Because that way all of us can at least fire.
Just you have a power claw, so I thought close would be good. That's fine.
I don't have the addiction to committing suicide just because my weapon rolls higher on kills. I'm not going to win on kills, guys. I'm trying to save
Not
us
with that
so we
attitude.
leave.
Yeah. No, I'm fine with it. Life's good. I shoot. I attack. Protect.
All right, Samir.
Near, yes. I'm putting out 4 tokens for this battle.
Yeah. Cool. So this super is like 0G
I love
fight through
the-
space.
I love the Roll20. When you click on it, it actually does the sort of ping.
Yeah. If you hold if you hold the mouse down, it makes this little radar. It'd be really fun for like a sick game about submarines. It's just like-
Totally.
Anyways, yeah.
I'm fighting. I'm attacking. What do you do?
I'm fighting too.
Fight.
There's something you
Fighting.
want to do.
Everybody
I don't know.
fighting?
Young,
I'm
no,
not seeing
young.
I'm not seeing a cool strategic thing that I can do here. We don't even know their attack style and stuff, so fictionally I don't have a better plan.
They're
I'm
strapped
attacking.
in. They're strapped into rail stuff, right?
Yeah,
They
but the rails are meant to secure
Yeah,
them.
I know.
They're
Yeah,
not
there's no way to. Yeah, there's no way to explosively jettison them. Is basically what I was getting. Right. I'm trying to help you out. That's fine.
All right,
cool. Yeah,
everyone's
I'm
fighting.
attacking too. Yep.
Do it.
Cool. Yep. Everyone rolls at the same time. If I
I
recall.
succeed with a 5.
Success with a 3. Oh, I meant to say less than 8.
Yeah, it's
That's
fine.
I do not.
Okay.
All right, I'm first.
Let the aliens go first.
Yeah. So I'm doing.
I'm sorry.
2. Yeah,
we didn't fix our armor. No, that's fine. I'm sorry. I was just thinking. I was thinking about that in terms of during downtime, if anything happened to our armor to get repaired or anything like that. Okay, sorry.
Yeah,
okay,
once again, I'm delivering armor suits to you in the fiction with these aliens. So if you live, then you'll have some more just scrounge. But for now, no.
Okay. Yeah. Armor
I mean, that's one of the I didn't realize that when we first started. I was like, oh yeah, animated armor suits, that'll be cool. And then I'm like, oh, it's an infinite supply of armor refills for them.
Well, we still have to make the NFS.
That's fair.
All right.
So I have to decide. I have alien abilities I got to think about here.
They're doing some weird shit with their hands, right? Is that what you described?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I'm gonna be mean. Why not?
316.
I have these 4 extra tokens from last time, so I'm gonna spend this one to activate one of my alien abilities. So what you see is several of them raise their gauntleted hands. The ones that you guys, the Goodman and Young that you're approaching, the armor like swells, and one of the arms of the armor comes off and goes spinning past you, and behind it this black tentacle thing we've seen before like comes snaking out of it. They kind of start erupting, like tentacles coming out. One of them comes out through a faceplate, and you're headed towards that swarm of writhing alien mass. The ones on the side raise their hands, and the gloves of their suits explosively shoot off, and this dense cloud of the black dust, like under pressure, like a fire hose, kind of sprays across the path. And I'm using
they're Voltroning it.
I'm using stop technology. So your
We're fine.
Your weapons and your EVA pack and your sensor systems and comms turn off for this round. So everything goes dead. The flame gun
extinguishes.
Yeah, it goes out. Your maneuvering jets like stopped working, Pasternak. You're still like drifting on the same course you were on, kind of next to Goodman and Young.
Oh no.
But your weapons do not function.
Okay.
Unless you're using hand to hand or
grenades.
We're in near, so I mean we can.
So to switch weapons, you have to beat me. Right. So to switch weapons and attack in the same round, which you didn't do. So.
Oh.
Negative. If you did succeed at FA though, I don't think you can change weapons now. On your turn. But
I think grenades are free.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Maybe they are.
No, they are. Grenades and hand to hand are free.
Didn't.
Grenades and hand to hand. Not
just grenades are on page 81.
Yeah, grenades and hand to hand are free to switch to.
Right.
But shooting from near to close is only a 1 kill for a grenade.
Yeah, but they
still takes away a token.
Yeah, they still remove a token. Yep.
So that's what I'm wondering. So can I I was using my e-rifle. Can I change to the
however, yes. But sorry, I forgot. I thought it was only hand to hand. I'm changing what I'm doing slightly. Because I beat you, I can change the range.
Okay.
So I'm moving you to far.
Okay then.
Otherwise, my stop technology was pointless. So, yeah. So they hit you with the blast, which it makes sense. It propels you away.
Yeah, totally.
And turns off your weapons.
Yeah. So now we're like, oh yeah, that's so good because now we're like all like disoriented, like flying into like the debris and stuff, like away from our normal path, like towards the other side of the ship. Oh yeah, that's good. Yeah, now we're like going up and getting scattered. Crap. And
I do a wound to each of you.
Oh, and you do a wound to each of us. Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah. So in this case, it's because you're being tossed through the debris field. So you smash into a bulkhead that weighs several tons. And Pasternak, you get there's like jagged bits of metal that slash your armor, and new exciting air holes appear as you're going backwards. Okay, next round. I am fighting.
So so that was for a round, right? For the technology.
Yeah, it's not technology. Sorry. Go ahead.
So do we have to make some sort of roll to get our armor and weapons back, or is it just they're done?
It's just for that round.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like
once the spray stops, it gets inside the thing, and then it shuts it down for a moment, and then you see the lights like pop back on.
Okay.
Yeah, they're not as good.
As a question, so if we use our successful fight, can we also change range band, or is that a different thing?
That's NFA.
It's NFA to move range band. No matter
what? Yeah. Your turn would be spent moving.
So let's get this down, because we haven't really done this yet. So
if you attack and you beat their number, you can actually, on a successful attack move, if I recall.
Yeah,
yes.
that's what I was wondering.
If you succeed at FA and you beat the enemy, then you can change weapons or change range, as well as fight.
All right, so I'm fighting now.
Everybody fighting?
I'm gonna switch guns to my E cannon. I'm switching to Elric.
Okay. So NFA test to change weapons.
Yeah.
So if you don't do any kills at far.
I don't get it. I had it up greater than. I fix it for next time.
I succeed with a 7.
Well, I succeed. But I'm not higher than you.
So, John, just so I'm clear, you said that they actually like pushed us away from them, sent us flying towards like a different wall, and we hit a bunch of debris. Is that right?
Yep.
Yeah, we basically got 2 rounds till we're dead. Yeah, screw it. I guess I'm shooting 2.
Okay.
What are the chances that I can use my power claw to cut a hole through the wall so that we can maybe like ditch this particular combat?
Yes, you can make an NFA test to change range.
Strength it.
Yeah, I would let you take everyone with you if you want. This is a strange battlefield. Floating away, especially because Pasternak has the EVA suit.
It might not. Yeah.
Option. Yes.
It may not even been. Yeah. It might not even like been like a necessarily like a intentional retreat. It's just like, oh crap. Yeah. Like, let's just stop from floating around and just get our bearings, which so happens to, take us out of the fight.
Yeah, because I'm looking at it.
Those tokens won't go away.
Those guys are rolling a 7. They can cancel all our freaking gear again. I don't really have a good exit strategy here aside from that. Do you guys have any ideas? Like, I'm talking as a player more than a character right now. Because we're all going to take a wound, which means that we're all going to be crippled, and then we can't kill them fast enough.
Well, I mean, I'm getting one this round, and Goodman, are you getting one because you don't have any kills with your E-cannon, right? Or because you weren't able to do your E-cannon?
Not change. Yeah,
I wasn't able to do it.
And the flame.
So I'm gonna kill one of them.
Should we talk about using a strength here?
I mean, it's a possibility.
Do you feel like blowing it, Pasternak? If not, I can try the escape stratagem.
Or do the escape strategy first.
Is that going to actually get us out of the battle, or is that going to? It just gets us to a different range, right?
If you go past far, the encounter ends.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. What are your new orders? Are you supposed to? You're supposed to optimize.
No, my orders are to kill every last one of them, but it doesn't specify in every battle. So, like, eradicating them from the planet and the ship is fine, but it doesn't have to be like in every fight. I'm not a trooper.
I believe Order 5 says ensure no creatures survive the encounter. I'm pretty sure that's what the order is, but you know, whether how much you follow orders is up to you.
What do you? Okay, so what's the call here? Do we bail?
I think that's on you. If you want to bail, we'll bail. If not, I'm good for somebody using a strength the next turn and dealing with that.
Yeah, that sounds like the smartest thing to do.
Okay. If we're gonna use a strength, we should probably use it this turn rather than next turn so that we can all heal up. I'm just saying.
Yeah, otherwise you're
Well,
taking.
I've already rolled this, so it's up to you to use the strength.
Actually, you can use the strength at any point, even before or
Yeah,
after you roll.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's true. Use strength. You can use a strength to get us out of here, and we can all heal up.
Sure. Then I guess I will use a strength and just win this.
All right.
So you have to describe what you do.
Be awesome.
Yeah.
Pasternak.
Well,
Yeah, as someone who's already done 2 strengths. If you need any, you come up with a cool name for it. Describe what it looks like fictionally, in reality, and then also the flashback part of why this is a strength for you.
So, I mean, I got my EVA backpack on, and so I'm mobile, and I think it's flashback to basic where they're evaluating me, and I'm in the I'm in the simulator, and I'm just racking up kills and flying a simulator really, really well. And
Nice.
so I'm just applying that to my the whole. I have an EVA pack and an E weapon, so it's all of it. It's all a game. Is my
Yeah.
strength.
Oh, nice. It's all a game. I love that. That's perfect. So we see the scene like crossfades between the simulation and reality, and you're like doing the same thing. It's like, woo! Awesome. So you get to roll your best weapon at its best range for the number of kills you inflict here.
Yes.
So good.
5.
All right. New kill leaderboard. Let me draw that out real quick. Goodman, Young, Pasternak. 5. Yeah. So you blow the armor suits apart into pieces as we've seen before, and basically clear that deck with your fire, so that everyone can come in and land after your fancy EVA combat display.
Yeah.
Nice. And in the background too, as we're like focusing on Pasternak's cool moves, you see in the distance these like little pinpoint flashes from presumably another vessel or something, and silently in the void behind you, the point defense weaponry of the Euphrates is like firing. So there's this like beautiful like tracer kind of backdrop to.
Are there sea beams literally?
Yeah, they are glittering in the darkness. They are indeed. We've all now seen things that you people wouldn't believe. Awesome. Well, I mean, I can't think of a better shot to go out on when we take our second break here at Pasternak's Ballet of Death in Zero Gravity. Seems good.
That's awesome. Yeah. So don't go anywhere, everybody. We'll be back in 6 minutes for more 316. So see you on the other side.